Because ultimately, you're not an Ishmaelite, right?
I don't make no distinction in that regard.
I understand that, yeah. but the Bible does, okay. And the Torah does, and the Ishmaelites are the people are come from the son of Abraham, right? Ishmael.
Well, the closest I can come to that is that I'm from the tribe of Judah.
I agree.
See, that's the closest I can come to that.
Right. So why? Okay. So let me ask you a question, OG. Right? Because you can school me. Like I said, I'm learning. I'm young. Right. I'm trying to learn, and I want to build with you because maybe you can give me a little something for me to go home and talk to my wife about. Right. So why is a Jew practicing Islam?
Well, you know what? In the Quran it says, those when the day is to come, that's the religion they're gonna gravitate towards.
Not gonna lie, bro, I wanna shine, but I ain't got soul to sell. I gave it to YHWH. 119 boy, used to be a hot boy. Kick the door and pop boy, never been a thought boy. All this pain I turning into music, so I got joy. Israelite woman said she loved me, then she walked off. I know that that's not love, that's why I got her blocked off. OV Ray, I represent the Israelites. When it's all said and done, hope he said I did it right. Well done, faithful servant. Well done, faithful servant. Well done. This one's strictly for me. I just be needing an outlet for my pain, I ain't gonna lie. I apologize if I offend anybody in the process. This one's strictly for me.
Brother? Checking it out. You checking it out? What if I give you a quick synopsis as to what it says, brother?
Listening.
I mean, you mind paint, you know what I mean? I kind of want to look at you, brother, you know what I mean? So we could, you know what I mean? So we can have a respectful dialogue. I don't want to just talk to you, you know what I mean? How you doing, brother? What's your name, by the way?
Kaleem Muhammad.
You said Glenn?
Kaleem Muhammad.
Kaleem Muhammad? Okay, brother. Can I ask you what's your faith?
Take a clue from the name.
Are you a Muslim?
You said it.
Okay, brother. So do you
No, don't ask me no questions. I want to listen to what you talking about.
Okay. So yeah, so I was basically talking about, I was going into the book of Romans, right? Cause if I'm not mistaken, right, a lot of our people, man, are like I brought out earlier, right? Our people are stuck in these strongholds, man, right? And we believe one of those strongholds is for example, aren't you guys supposed to? Aren't Muslims supposed to take heed to the Injil?
All of the books of knowledge and wisdom.
So that would include the gospel, right?
Torah and the Injil.
And the Injil? Okay.
It's called the Torah.
I'm sorry?
Torah.
The Torah. Okay. So how do you feel about the Bible, though, if you don't mind me asking, brother?
Oh, it's a lot of things I can say about it, but we're not gonna go into that. I want to hear what you got to say.
Okay.
I want to hear what you're talking about.
Okay. I just feel like there's certain contradictions according to Islam.
We're on the same page.
Okay.
I want to see how far you're gonna go.
Okay. For example, like, do you eat pork, brother? You don't. I'm guessing you don't eat pork, right? A lot of Christians actually eat pork. They think it's okay.
Some Muslims do too, so that's the fair question.
Okay. All right. At least you can admit that, brother, because a lot of Muslims want to admit that. Because I remember, if I don't know if you could give me the scripture, I don't want to, but like, there's a scripture that says, you're actually, I'm roughly paraphrasing, but it says if you're like on the verge of dying, right, of starvation, you can actually eat something that's considered unclean.
You actually can if you're dying.
So,
but it has to. Those are the exceptions. It's not the rule.
So and then you know what I mean. And I know you also mentioned you take heed. I don't want to say you take heed to it completely, but you said you take heed to the Torah somewhat. The Torah says you're not even supposed to touch his dead carcass. That's what the Torah says, brother. And if people want to say,
I just said I studied. I didn't say nothing about following.
Okay, but you understand. For example, the Bible and the Torah, that was all about, let's say, 3,000 years ago. So it was well before the Quran, right?
1,200 years to be exact.
I'm sorry, you said the Quran?
1,200 years.
Okay. All right.
Or was it 15? Between the two.
Okay, brother. Right.
1,500 years. Between the time, from that time to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and the peace and the Stay up on it.
So what do you think about that though? That it doesn't that the Quran doesn't coincide with the.
You're not gonna check me. I want to hear what you're saying, what you talking
I mean, that's
about.
what I'm
Give me your knowledge. Tell me what you espouse. I want to hear what you espousing.
I'm just saying that it doesn't coincide with the Torah, the Quran, because it's saying you can eat some unclean like pork. You just admitted that some Muslims they delve into that. They eat pork rinds. They eat carnitas.
Well, if you knew more about the Quran, then we can have a healthy debate. But I'm not certain as to what you're aware of. That's why I'm asking you to keep talking.
Okay.
Just real fast. Hey, but so basically, I want to get to that point, right? So we can get that out the way. We believe Black Latino Native Americans are the Israelites, right? We're God's chosen people. Salvation is exclusively for them. Sadly, that means that Ishmael and all his descendants will not be saved. What do you feel about that?
I don't feel nothing about it because there's a whole lot that can be said in regards to all of the issues in regards to it. And this is not a platform. This is not a platform to be dwelling back and forth on for me. So I just want to hear you. I want to hear what you.
Okay.
I want to hear what you punching at.
All right.
Huh?
Tell him.
Everybody coming by here, you punching at.
You want to get it?
I gotta go, my man.
All right.
I don't have
It's all right. It's all good.
Go ahead, say what you're gonna say, my man. What you gonna say, something?
All right, yeah. I just wanted to say one more thing. Can you get that from me, Motion? I just wanted to say one thing, brother, before you leave. I know you got to go.
Yeah.
I'll just say, check this out, man. When you got a chance, right? So we believe that we only need the Bible, right? Some Muslims will believe that they only need the Quran, right? But I had a question, right? So in the beginning there was Adam, right? Adam had a wife. What was Adam's wife's name?
Good question.
Right, good question, right? Because the Quran actually doesn't say, right? So Adam and Eve, right? So called, right? We get that from the Bible and the Torah, right? So they had two children, right? Who are the children of Adam and Eve? It doesn't. You're right.
Come on.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say in the Quran, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's only one person that is one woman that is named in the Quran, and that's actually Mary, right? So you would ask them people today, right? Like, okay, so they'll say that Eve, her name was Awad, right, in Arabic, right? And then Cain and Abel were the children of Adam and Eve.
In Arabic is Maryam.
Yeah, Mary is Maryam, right?
Maryam. Yes.
So then he had two children, which is Cain and Abel, right? Which is Kabil and Nabil, right?
That's in the Torah.
That's in the Torah, right?
Yes.
But all those things that I just named right now isn't found in the Quran. So where do they get it from? Right? That's what it says in Surah chapter 5, verse 47.
Well, you have to understand, beloved, there's the Bible and the Quran were inspired books. Some of them were directly words from God himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now that's the reason why a lot of people can't really espouse it in a way that is beneficial to the masses. They can only speculate.
Mm-hmm.
So, to keep myself safe from that, from harming other people, I do very little espousing. I try to teach, one-on-one, and be at the level, and be at the level of the person, to where they is. And in other words, humble myself, to be a servant in the proper way. I appreciate what you guys are doing. I just wanted to hear what you had to say. Gotta run.
All right, brother.
OG. Oh, it's a short court.
Just get closer.
OG, I want to rap with you real quick. So look, these brothers is very intelligent and have in-depth knowledge, and one of them mentioned something about the Ishmaelites being a people.
I don't have time.
Hold on. The point of that is you're not an Ishmaelite.
I know I'm the Asiatic black man. I'm aware.
No. You African American, right?
I'm the Asiatic. What is Asian? What was the word name of the world?
But I'm
what was
saying,
the name? Hold on. You
Okay.
asked me a question. Now
Okay, go ahead.
Let me correct you in what you saying. What you think I am.
Okay, correct me.
Okay. Well, not necessarily correct you, but just tell you what I believe I am. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. The world as known before it was known. The world was called Asia, Asia Major and Asia Minor.
I've heard that.
So therefore, being the first creatures on the earth, being the Asiatic black man, we were named after the earth, Asian. Okay, so that's my designation.
Okay.
Okay, from the earth.
Okay. I appreciate that.
All right.
I appreciate, because like you say, you humble yourself and you like to build one-on-one. and I'm just a young man that's learning. But
Yes,
I wanted
sir.
to rap
Yes,
with you
sir.
real quick before you left.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Because ultimately, you're not an Ishmaelite, right?
I don't make no distinction in that regard.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but the Bible does,
Okay.
and the Torah does, and the Ishmaelites are the people are come from the son of Abraham, right? Ishmael.
Where the closest I can come to that is that I'm from the tribe of Judah.
I agree.
See, that's the closest I can come to that.
Right. So why?
Right.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, OG. Right? Because you can school me. Like I said, I'm learning. I'm young. Right? I'm trying to learn, and I want to build with you because maybe you can give me a little something for me to go home and talk to my wife about. Right? So why is a Jew practicing Islam?
Well, you know what? In the Quran it says, those when the day is to come, that's the religion they're going to gravitate towards.
So
You got to know how to read the Quran, and it'll tell you that this is what they are designated to do, not that they will do,
Okay.
but they are designated to do. All of the religions, Christianity, Catholicism, all of them.
okay, that's cool. I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in Christianity.
Yeah, I'm just saying, all of them. That's besides Islam.
So,
all
OG
of them are to come to Islam, whether they embrace it or not.
Okay. So OG, like I did a little time, right? And I met this OG in there, man. He used to
Yeah,
call me
yeah.
Aki. He used to call us Aki before I even knew what
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was,
Aki.
right?
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
said
yeah.
every real Muslim has a Quran and a Bible. Do you agree with that?
Well, I'm going to tell you, beloved, this is a personal preference. Myself,
Okay.
I grew up in the Christian churches, so I'm not going to just discard God's word that come out of the Torah and the Injil. I'm not going to be that one. I'm not going to be the one to do that. Personally, myself, I study both books so I can get a better understanding of what it is that I'm dealing with, especially
Okay.
when I come in the presence of my Christian brothers, because I don't denounce them as well, because I grew up as a baby in the church.
Okay.
So I'm not going to disrespect them, nor am I going to disrespect the Jews or any other religion.
And I appreciate it because I think mutual respect goes a long way. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I think that's part of why we having this good conversation.
That's how
that we're
I can
having.
draw you with honey better than I can draw you with vinegar.
Right, exactly. So the reason that we even stopped you is because we don't want you to miss out on the blessing that's coming to the Jews.
No, brother, no. That's far from that. Far from that.
Right.
Far from that. It's not no- far
the
from-
blessing,
far from missing it. Far from missing it until I'm in the ground. When I'm in the ground, then I'll miss it.
Nah, but see, look, all the nations are supposed to
Gotta
serve us,
roll,
OG.
beloved. Gotta roll.
OG, all the nations are supposed to serve us. And if you're not practicing and following Yahweh, the one true God, then you're gonna miss out.
Well, do you understand what Islam is?
What is Islam?
La ilaha illallah. There is not but one God.
Okay.
That's it.
And what's his name? Go ahead and read it in there.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 2.
That's right.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
You want me to expound, or you want the mic back?
It's basically saying that that all the nations, right, once our kingdom is established, right, because we know mountains is referencing kingdoms, right? So all these mountains of the Lord are going to come and learn of us, right? And we're going to teach them of our ways. It's how it's going to be in the kingdom, right? So ultimately, there is going to be peace, right, for everybody. But yeah, man, that's again, right? Another one of our people, another one of those strongholds that got our people in a chokehold, man, is Islam, man. And I wanted to touch on how, you know what I mean, Islam refers to black people as a raisin head, right? Or it calls them, when it says if you want to take a look at the devil, right? Look at this black and stocky, and I forget what it says. I think it says coerced hair or nappy headed. That's what it says when it's referencing black people. the Quran, or people that are that take heed to Islam, right, are literally referring to black people as the devil, man.
Bro, I wanna shine, but I ain't got a soul to sell. I gave it to YHWH. 119 boy, used to be a hot boy. Kick the door and pop boy, never been a thought boy. All this pain I turning into music, so I got joy. Israelite woman said she loved me, then she walked off. I know that that's not love, that's why I got her blocked off. OV Ray, I represent the Israelites. When it's all said and done, hope he said I did it right. Well done, faithful servant. Well done, faithful servant. Well done. This one's strictly for me. I just be needing an outlet for my pain, I ain't gonna lie.